friends, Miller here with grammar lesson number 5. So in our last video, we went over the almighty, all-important verb and their simple verb tenses, past, present, and future. If you recall, our verb is our action word. It gives life to the sentence, and honestly, you cannot have a sentence without a verb. Because life and the English language are not simple, there are more verb forms than just past, present, and future. So we'll explore a couple of them today and in the next video. So as you can see here, today we are dealing with verbs in the perfect tense. So what the perfect tense does is by adding a couple words, it changes not only the meaning of the verb, but the meaning of the whole sentence. Sorry, I'm back. Okay, in perfect tense, we have an auxiliary, which is a word that really means supplemental, or think of helper verb, okay? Auxiliary verbs have or had are added, and each of the 3 tenses can be put into perfect tense with have, although past perfect will also use had. Okay, so today we are going to focus only on past perfect and future perfect tenses, okay? So when we have a past perfect tense verb, the action, so the verb itself, happened in the past, but for an unknown or unspecified amount of time before ending, right? So if anything, you might consider this adding a little degree of mystery to your verb. So unlike past tense, wherein an action happens only once and then it's over. So, I mean, if you think about it, to call the other one perfect is kind of an irony, but I digress. Here's an example. I have washed the dishes. This is different from I washed the dishes. I washed the dishes suggests that I did that action. I did it once. I did it in the past, after dinner. Yesterday. However, you guys should know that in the past, for a certainly unknown and unspecified amount of time, I have washed the dishes. All right. Future perfect tense. For future perfect tense, the action is anticipated, hence the future, to happen for an unknown or unspecified amount of time. So the difference between future perfect tense and past perfect tense is that we are going to use 2 of our auxiliary or helper verbs, will and have, okay? And to add a little degree of confusion, as we must, you'll notice that even though the action is going to happen in the future, the verb tends to remain in the past tense. Thank you, English language. Here's some examples of future perfect tense verb sentences using that first person pronoun I as the subject of the sentence. I will have written. I will have walked. I will have washed the dishes. Unfortunately for me, not only have I, washed the dishes for an unspecified amount of time in the past, but it kind of looks like a pretty bleak future where I will continue to have washed the dishes for an unknown or unspecified amount of time. So just very briefly, those are your examples and really basic use of verbs in the perfect tense. Okay, so of course you have a little quiz attached to this. Follow the directions, be thorough, give it an effort, and I will see you in the next video. Okay, guys?